filled shadows and a barbed wire break. That's where we ran when the town got fake. Cooler in the back and the stars are wide. There was freedom in its purest kind. No lock gate strong enough to hold a soul that was born for the open road. I get no fence high when the tires spin, when the dark rolls out and the bass kicks in. No papers, no past, no city sky, just a southern soul getting no fence high. No fence high. Yeah. I've had hard jobs in the courtroom stare, had women leave and not even care. Still when the fields go black at night, I feel my chest come back to life. Don't need wings when the back roads fly. Don't need heaven for a night this wide. Get no fence high when the moon hangs low, when the snare cuts sharp through the gravel smoke. No polished dream that money can buy, just boots this road and no fence high. The more this world tries to draw my line, the more I live untamed inside. So let them talk while I ride on by, still chasing that no fence high. I'm not running from the law tonight. I'm running from the ache inside, from old voicemails and old mistakes, from the kind of grief that never breaks. There's a siren in memory, louder than sound, still hunts me hard when no one's around. I'm trying to outrun the sirens in my skull, the ghost to blame, the night's too full. With the back row wind and the speaker bass, I pull one more mile between me and waste. My best friend died with a laugh half spent, and ever since then my peace got bent. So I rap these bars through a gritted jaw, sing the hook for everything I saw. The road can't heal it, but it gives me room to breathe through grief and reject the doom. I'm trying to outrun the sirens in my blood, the old alarms in the coming flood. No miracle cure, just motion and guidance, still driving hard to outrun the sirens. Yeah. Maybe healing starts when a stubborn man admits he's tired of who he's been. If dawn finds me tired but breathing, that's enough while I outrun the sirens. That old car looked mean and black, long hood low like a pine box Cadillac. Primer spots in a crooked beam, still ran hard like a fever dream. Every rattle in the dash talk back, like ghosts live deep in that Cadillac. Pine box Cadillac rolling through the dark, trunk full of pain and a devil spark. Ain't pretty, ain't clean, but it runs just storm haze past dead-end towns and old highways. Some machines ain't built just to obey. Some are born to carry ghosts away. By the river bridge and lightning black, I swore I heard that Cadillac breathe back. Pine box Cadillac, low and grim, cutting through towns, gone cold and dim. No showroom shine, no turning back, just me and the night in a pine box Cadillac. In a pine box Cadillac. Did that run, some old wound polished without thumbs. If I'm still rolling when my hair goes gray, I pray that car still shakes the same way. Tails lane, I learned bad habits and broken dreams. Fishing at dusk with a cheap cigar and a county boy's soul in a rusty car. Water keeps secrets better than men. Takes them away, brings them back again. I'm a riverbank renegade, raised by the bend, by muddy black water in the harsh south wind. No pilot's path, no clean parade, just a wild dirt heart, riverbank renegade. Riverbank renegade. Came back years later with a scar and smoke, a little less faith in the words folks spoke. Still that old river road on through, like I knew exactly what I'd become too. Can't outrun nature, can't fake what you're made. So I nod to the dark like a renegade. I'm a riverbank renegade, under cypress shade with old pain, sleeping with a low tide sways. No city shine, no gold display, just moonlight mud, riverbank renegade. Riverbank renegade. With the southern blue, tell them the river already knew. Oh. I drive away, but I'm still handmade by that dark old blood of a riverbank renegade. Factory smoke over cold gray streets. I was raised on steel and the smell of heat. Empty mills and the sirens gone, still hear that town in every song. Every broken window knows my name. Every hard year left is mark and flame. I got a rust belt halo over my head, made of old sparks and the tears were bled. Blue collar blood and a rebel sound, I carry that town everywhere around. Yeah, everywhere around. Yeah, Daddy wore skin. Mama held hold when the checks got thin. I turned that struggle into a chord. Now sing it loud for the overlooked poor. Scars could shine when the light hits slow, and broken roots still find a way to grow. I got a rust belt halo, rough and bright, born in the smoke, still built to fight. No polished crown, no silver glow, just that rust belt halo and a heart full of smoke. Let the rich boys talk from marble floors. I know what survival was built for. Hey! When the sun comes pale through the factory low, I still wear that rust belt halo. Here's smoke going. Yeah, smoke over tall pines. Campfire low by the timberline. Bottle half gone in a trouble mine. Town felt heavy, so I drove away to where the tall pines bend and sway. The woods don't judge, dark don't lie, they just let a broken man breathe at night. The smoke over tall pines rising slow, carrying no pain where the wild winds blow. No neon glow, no courtroom signs, just peace in the fire. The smoke over tall pines. Strong one chord and the night leans in like the trees know every place I've been. Every note turns a little hurt into air and leaves less weight for me to wear. I ain't fixed, just honest here, and for once that truth feels clear. The smoke over tall pines, blue and thin, wrapping these scars like sickened skin. No city noise, no wasted time, just my soul unwinding in the tall pines. In the tall pines, yeah. Maybe freedom ain't loud at all. Maybe it's hearing your own heart call. Dawn cuts light through the timberline, part of me stays in those tall pines. Southern Sand Symphony, yeah. Born where sin gets spoken, saw behind church walls and porch roof lofts, where men say grace then gamble mean, and women hide words behind what's seen. It's all tangled up in dust and pride, in velvet dark, in the riverside. This is Southern Sand Symphony, deep and raw, where the saints wear scars outlaws and the devil's got flaws. Rap cut sharp and the chorus swings a whole damn life in a southern symphony. Knew a preacher's son who sold pain downtown. Knew a waitress queen who wore heartbreak proud. All of us stitched by flawed design. Old family ghosts and a county line. Every cracked up story becomes a chord. Every wrong turn sharpens the sword. This is Southern Symphony, wild and warm for the midnight mothers in the weather torn. No black and white truth in the things we sing. Just grit and grace in a Southern Symphony. Don't clean it up for a pretty stage. This music was born from dirt and rage. Let the speakers breathe. Let the pine trees lean. Still living inside the Southern Symphony. Whiskey on the wind. I can smell whiskey on the wind tonight, mixed with cut grass and porch light white. She left in spring with a suitcase slam, and I'm still learning who I am. The fields don't care who broke my name. They just keep swaying through the pain. There's whiskey on the wind and a song in my chest, a bit of kind of healing I never expected. When the guitars cry and the backbeat bends, I let a memory drift with the wind. Drove past the church where we almost stood, past the diner where she said we should build some life outside this town. But I was born more wild than settling down. Can't outrun love, but I can outlast the sharp first burn of a shattered past. There's whiskey on the wind tonight in my tone, bruised but breathing, standing alone. No pretty goodbye, no easy end, just southern night and whiskey on the wind. Whiskey on the wind. Maybe she was right. I was built too wild, too much road in me, too little mile. When dawn comes gray through the pecan limbs, I still hear whiskey on the wind. Sun falling on a rusted hood. Small town pain never did me good. Boots full of dirt, heart full of fire, still chasing something a little bit higher. Every mile feels like breaking chains. Every breath tastes like backroad rain. I got dust on my boots, thunder in my chest, running these roads, never needing rest. Raised by the dark, built by the truth, moonlight hiding scars, dust on my boots. Dust on my boots. Yeah, Daddy worked still, Mama prayed hard. I learned my songs out behind the yard. No silver spoon, no easy round, just grit in my blood and a long way out. Coyotes singing on the county line, that wild side still lives in mine. I got dust on my boots, fire in my lungs, a rebel soul with a battle scar tongue. No clean cut life, no tailor suit, just southern night, dust on my boots. Let the church bells ring. I found salvation in the songs I sing. When the dawn rolls in with a hard-earned truth, I'll still be riding with dust on my boots. Forged in heat and strain, in August sun and November rain. Loved a few, lost a few more, got kicked down hard, then kicked that door. Call it stubborn, call it scar. I came back swinging from the dark. I got a 9-spur heart and a backwoods sound, still beating hard when the world weighs down. With a rebel bass and a 6-string spark, I turned every wound into southern art. My little girl asked why I sing so loud. I told her some men cry in the crowd, some cry along with a feel stretched thin, and some turn pain to a fire within. Strength ain't stone, it's facing hurt, and still standing tall in the dirt. I got a 9-spur heart, dented but real, still learning grace, still refusing to kneel. Not because I won, but because I fought with a 9-spur heart and the truth it taught. I sing for the ones who got torn apart and kept on breathing with a 9-spur heart. Per heart. Yeah. Midnight at the feast, old flickering sign. I sat on the curb with my past in mind. Hands still black from a hard work day, trying to figure out what to throw away. Nobody there but the hum in the night. Sometimes that silence cuts just right. It was midnight at the feed store, dark and plain, where I let loose some old bottle pain. No witness there but the sky and grain. Midnight at the feed store changed my name. Changed my name. Yeah. Thought of the fights and the doors I slammed, my mama's tears in my father's hands. Life don't always warm before it bends. Sometimes it just breaks where the pressure lands. The wind through the lights said choose your side. Keep dragging chains, oh step outside. It was midnight at the feed store, nowhere grand, where I finally faced the man I am. Not made brand new, just done with shame. Midnight at the feed store changed my name. Changed my name. Yeah. Funny how truth can show up plain on a concrete curb in a little rain. And now every time I pass that frame, I nod to the dog that changed my name. Still moon. Yeah. Cold steel moon over a feed store roof, throwing sharp light on a worn-out truth. I was sitting alone with a pocket knife shining, 100 old mistakes on my mind. The wind off the field said hold your ground, even broken men can turn around. Under a cold steel moon I found my frame, not healed, not holy, but not the same. With the drums down low and the guitars tuned, I faced myself under a cold steel moon. It cost, but the night out there felt hard and clear, like judgment fading into something near. Every dent in the truck, every crack in the glass says pain runs deep, but it doesn't last. Under a cold steel moon I made my stand, with dirt on my boots and blood on my hands. No golden path, no silver spoon, just truth laid bare by cold steel moon. Free of the ghosts I drag, it'll start on nights like this, not a white flag. Till the morning comes with a pale lit tune, I'll stay right here with that cold steel moon.